on that history.
Okay, I'm turning this one off. So this is her favorite teacher and why? Okay, we'll get those switched over. We'll put them on my YouTube account.
I'll call you, but he taught history.
She's gonna go home and look in.
I just having a brain freeze.
Okay, and why?
He had kids that played football.
Alstrom? Not Alstrom.
And why was he special?
Not string. You're not talking string. You're talking.
He made it fun. He made history fun, and I love to go to history class because he just made it so fun.
Mr. Woods is mine. Did you and your friends have a hangout where you like to spend time? Where was it, and what did you do there?
Behind the bleachers. Oh, I said mine was behind the bleachers, and we'd slough class.
We didn't really have a hangout.
Actually, True Value was our hangout. We'd drive to True Value parking lot, hang out, play Blair music, and then drag Maine.
If you want, I can just take that one off.
Yeah, we just didn't really have a hangout.
True Value.
Her house was the hangout.
Exactly. My house was the hangout because everybody wanted to have parties every weekend at my house.
True Value. Where's where?
We at least split up.
It was across the street from the DI, or the old DI.
Oh, clear down there.
Remember, it was
That was the plumbing place. Standard plumbing.
No.
Okay.
The DI, the old DI was then
So
the
now it's the
Sears.
city
It was
office
the
building?
no. It
Where
was
was the old DI?
okay. So you have the
DI was up on Vine Street in Maine.
it was across the street from the Ritz. It's probably Big Five now.
Safeway, the old Safeway.
It's Big Five now. That's exactly where it is.
The Big Five.
Where the
True
Big
Value?
Five was. Okay.
Well, then you're talking a couple DIs after I remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It moved a while. Okay,
'Cause
continue.
that's where I remember it was on Line in Maine in the Christensen's?
Yeah,
Wasn't
and
it
I don't
Christensen's
remember it at all.
up there at one time. Christensen's.
Okay.
Or-
Okay. How old were you when you started dating?
16.
Okay.
However, my mom was in California, and my dad let me go on a date with a kid who was the son of the guy we were hauling hay for that summer.
So your
And I
mom
was
was the one
15.
holding you back.
I was 15 till November, and then I turned 16. But I went in like June or July.
Okay. How did you meet Grandpa?
Trying to clip this
Well,
back on my shirt. Is she a napkin or something?
Grandpa lived kind of a couple of blocks over from us when we were kids, and he was one of the kids that used to come and play ball in the streets and stuff like that. But I didn't really get to know him until in high school. We used to go skiing together, and
Oh, there we go.
he tried to kill me.
I understand why.
She had her own pair of skis. Monogrammed her name on.
My mother and dad gave them to me for Christmas.
That means you know how to ski.
Apparently
No,
not.
it doesn't.
Was all
I've
the-
been
where
like
would
2
you go skiing
times.
back then.
What's that?
Where would you go skiing?
Well,
Alta.
we went to all of them.
Alta.
So,
I'd been skiing like 2 times. First time, Pat took me to the top of the hill and left me because I fell getting off the lift, and he was embarrassing and left me. Took
done
me
that.
all day to get down. The second time, I did a little better, but I'm snow plowing everywhere, and I'm still not very good. The next time we went, it was after Christmas. My parents had given me skis and boots and bindings and all that stuff for Christmas. and we went to Alta, and I liked a boy, and I came down off the hill, and he and this other girl were down at the bottom, and I thought I'd be cool, and I kind of flipped my skis into a
I can see
parallel
this is gonna be
stop,
bad.
and as I did it, there happened to be this little teeny bump, like a little teeny mogul, little teeny, and so when I hit it like that, it bounced me over, and I was off balance, and I went right in to this girl.
You're trying to take her out.
Yes, I was trying to take her out, and it cracked her brand new boot that she got for Christmas. It just went cracked right up the boot, so she couldn't ski. And secretly, I'm thinking, oh, good, now I get to ski with this guy. And he decided he was gonna spend the day in the lodge with her.
What a
So I
jerk.
was bummed. So Grandpa said, well, come on, let's go skiing. Or he says, go with me. So we went up together, and when we came down, instead of turning right with the easy slopes, he went, or the other way around, instead of turning left with the easy slopes, he went right. And there was huge moguls that were bigger than I was. And he just whipped down there like he was just knew what he was doing. And every time I'd go around one, I'd fall, and I'd go around another one.
What were you
I'd fall.
thinking when she kept falling?
Oh,
So
so
Grandma.
he
What
didn't
is
know
wrong?
he was already at the bottom.
Yeah, okay.
No, good cheer.
You could see her.
She was there.
She ain't coming.
Grandma.
She knocked
So-
on
By
the
the
door.
end of the day, we went home. Is this how I met Grandpa?
Mhm.
Okay. By the
Yeah.
end of the day, we went home, and he took me home, and we were sitting in my living room at my mom and dad's house, and we were burnt. We'd gotten fried by the sun, and my mom had put this cream on to take the heat out, and we were laying on the floor in the living room looking at yearbooks. And about 3 o'clock in the morning, there was a knock on the front door.
Oh,
And my mom came out to answer the door, and she was like, what's going on? And it was Grandpa Bird. And
Does
he
this
says-
sound familiar, honey?
He says, is Alan here? And she says, well, I don't think so. They were in reading yearbooks, but I'm sure he went home long ago. Sherry's in her bed, and she walked in, and I wasn't in my bed. So she walked into the living room, and we were both just snoozing. And we'd both fallen asleep in the living room. And so his dad came looking for us. So that was kind of the first.
It was a bad impression on his parents.
They thought I was rotten anyway. His mother thought I was rotten anyway because I was a brat and a bully at recess.
So, so when you went skiing, were you in like high school, college?
High school.
High school, okay.
Freshman in high school.
Okay.
I was a senior.
No, you were. You were a sophomore or a junior. You're only 2 years ahead of me in school.
I was a senior.
You were 2 years ahead of me in school. You were not a senior. I was a sophomore when you asked me to marry you, and you were a senior.
And we didn't go skiing until she was a sophomore.
Okay. You can say that, but don't say when I was a freshman and you were a senior.
I was a senior when we went skiing.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, she was a
Moving
sophomore.
on.
Quit answering my questions. You don't know that.
Did you have a honeymoon? If so, where did you go?
Actually, we went to Salt Lake, and Grandpa's oldest brother, Robert, had a home in Sandy. And they were going down to Arizona because we got married on the 17th of November. So they were going down to Arizona for Thanksgiving and everything, and so they offered us their house. And they stocked it full of food and all this other stuff. And then we spent our money skiing and shopping.
So skiing and shopping in Sandy,
Utah.
Salt Lake.
Sandy,
Or
Utah.
Sandy,
Salt Lake. What the heck?
She said Salt Lake City or something,
Well,
and
Salt
then
Lake area.
Sandy, so I didn't know. So Sandy, Utah.
Sandy's pretty
Okay.
much maybe.
That would
And
have been
then-
down in the boonies back then.
Yeah.
Sandy would
It
have
was
been.
kind of out there.
Yeah.
It was nicer homes. They were really nice homes. We spent our honeymoon night, the first night, at the Hotel Utah, which was the Hotel Utah now. The church owns it, and the top floor is,
It's not the Hotel Utah now.
huh?
That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Joseph Smith Building.
So the church owns it, and and the top floor is actually the prophet's apartment, isn't it?
Okay, and then if you just have any funny, cool, exciting experiences, I just need a couple of.
On the honeymoon? I know.
Not on the honeymoon.
Grandma went to sleep.
Let's get away from the honeymoon.
No, I'm saying the honeymoon, like seriously, Grandma fell asleep.
Story.
She was so tired.
My brothers were all athletes, and they were really good. And I wanted my mom to be proud of me. So I played the piano and the saxophone and got gold medals in
Trey, is this
recitals
yours
and
or Taylor's?
this and that. And I still felt
Trey.
like she didn't care.
Is that yours or Taylor's?
Not mine.
Fine, probably.
Can you go put it in the kitchen?
Anyway, I still felt like she didn't care. So I decided to play sports because that's what my dad did. And that's what he liked. But the problem I had is I had been asked to be an intramural manager, and that class took place in 5th hour. And you had both lunches. And that was also the same hour that band was, the only hour band was. So I had to not take band in order to take intramurals. And it made my mom extremely mad because I dropped out. And then I played sports. And I was pretty good, but my parents had never seen me play. I don't know, my brothers had even seen me play. And finally, when I moved to live with my aunt my junior and senior year, and my senior year we were in Lander at a state tournament, and I was awarded an all-state medal. And my dad had brought a couple of my younger brothers up to Lander to watch me play. And when he got home, I called him and told him, you know, I made the all-state team. And he cried. And he told me, I had no idea you were that good. I had no idea.
In basketball?
But I was a girl.
In
And-
basketball
Yep.
or
Did he? So he was at the thing when they
came-
gave it to you?
No, he wasn't. He came to the tournament, and he spent the night. They slept in their car one night, and then the next day we got beat out. So we were in contention for the state all-state.
Championship.
So they decided to go home rather than stay in their
Oh,
car
okay.
because they weren't going to stay with us. And the next night after the championship, when they gave out the trophies, they also awarded the all-state medals.
Got it.
And so I had to call him and tell him that he didn't know. And he'd never watched me play, so he didn't know I was good. And I told him, I says, well, I'm a sergeant, aren't I?
Was that
What
the
was
last?
the other question? What did you say?
I just need like a couple.
Little stories?
Yeah, just a couple of them.
I was terrified of snakes.
Oh,
Still are.
They're not. I'm not a fan. Anyway, we used to haul hay in the summertime. My parents were both teachers, and then during the summer months, when we were out of school, we'd go and contract hay for farmers in Wyoming and Utah. And we had it so that the trailer hooked right to the baler, and as the bells came out of the trailer, they went right, and the person on the wagon would grab them and stack them on the wagon, and then when the wagon was full, somebody would bring us an empty one, and we just kept going that way. And I was on the baler. I was driving the baler, and my oldest brother Pat was always assigned to be in the back of me. And he used to pull dead snakes that had been belled up out of the bells and throw them at me. And I'd scream and throw a fit. And I kept telling my mom, and she's like, Pat, stop it, and that was just the end of that. But he just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. And one day, the end of the summer, and this had been like 3 or 4 years coming, finally, at the end of one summer, I had got enough courage to stand up to my mom. And when she was handing out assignments, and she said, and Sherry, you and Pat, Randy, you're with me. And I said, I won't drive if Pat's behind me. And she says, well, you will too. And I says, no, you can beat me, but I won't drive if Pat's behind me. Oh, that's ridiculous. You will too. And I says, no. He throws snakes at me and mice and anything else he can find in the bell. He got to the point where all I had to do is throw a big old cheatweed at me, and I was jumping and screaming. And so I said, I won't ride with him behind me. So she says, fine. Pat, you're with me. And Randy, you go with Sherry. So we were baling the same field. And I was on one side of the field, and she was on the other side. And all of a sudden, heard this blood-curdling squeal, and looked over, and my mom was off the baler chasing Pat down the field. And she didn't catch him in the field, but she knew where he lived. And when he got home, he got whooped. And she knew exactly what I had experienced. He was terrorized all year.
Did she ever apologize? Sherry, I'm sorry that your brother's an ass.
I can't use that in my report. This is a school project.
Well, you don't have to. They're not gonna see the video. Don't write down that part.
Never did apologize.
That's funny.
So
I
when
grew
you turn
up.
off that,
Here's one for your school project. I had big boobs.
Oh, lovely.
oh God.
And the shirts always gaped right here. They didn't close.
You're gonna have to
And so
figure
I
out
got
a way
sick of
to
it.
write this, okay?
And so my senior year in high school, I decided to learn to sew so I could make some clothes that close. So I learned to sew, and you had to make 10 projects to get an A. And by the end of the semester, I had made 27 and made a bunch of clothes. And my friends were trying to, I'd make cute clothes, and they're like, oh, make me one of those. And so anyway, I was making clothes for all my friends.
You could put on there that Grandma had
basically skipped the whole
physical
intro.
challenges to where she had to make her own clothes.
Anyway,
Anything
I
about a
learned to
laptop?
sew. That's how I learned to sew. And I love to sew. And so for all my life, I love to sew, and I love to make things. And I used to make all my kids' clothes. And
Okay, I'm gonna push stop on that. I have to push stop on this. Is that what you're
Do
saying?
you have anything
Okay.
about gnome or anything?
about no?
Well, no, the
Stories.
well, I know, but
But,
it's about her growing
So
up.
what was the reason that you?
Well, anything
She's,
about her.
you got
Yeah,
to
it's
stop,
about
right?
No, I
I
don't.
told you I want you to stop it.
Okay, I'm stopping.